And so the scripture says, but he has freely given us, freely, undeserved. And in John chapter 15, verse 25, the scripture says, they hated me for no cause. That the Jews hated Jesus for no reason. For no reason. Grace is given to us for no reason. Not that anyone deserves the grace of God. And the way you begin to see this demonstration of God's graciousness is in the life of Abraham. And so the scripture tells us that God called Abraham. The question is, what did Abraham do? What did he do to deserve the choice that God made of him? Nothing. In order to reveal this, God changed his name from Abram to Abraham by inserting the fifth letter of the Hebrew alphabet into the middle of his name. And that becomes the revelation of God's grace. Grace coming into the life of Abraham. The fifth letter is He, and it came into the name of Abraham. The name of Abraham became Abraham. God gave Abraham his covenant. And how did God give Abraham his covenant? A precious gift. In Genesis chapter 15, God stamped the life of Abraham with the grace that guarantees God's unconditional goodness and favor towards him. Get me 5 animals: a bull, a ram, a goat, a pigeon, and a turtle dove. 5 animals, 5 pointing to the number of grace. So on the basis of grace, Abraham received God's covenant as a gift. Abraham became a friend of God. Abraham enjoyed all these things, including the revelation of Jesus, including the most holy Trinity visiting him in the form of 3 persons, including him receiving Jesus, the Eucharist, under bread and wine, including the revelation of Melchizedek to him in Genesis chapter 14, including that Jesus would come and be offered as the pleasing sacrifice on Mount Moriah, Genesis chapter 22, include so many mysteries. Even the gift of righteousness was granted to Abraham, Genesis chapter 15, verse 6. I can go on and on and on. The life of Abraham is in fact the testimony pointing to the graciousness of God.